Hey, what's up? I am Sam, and welcome to my Origami Dojo. So today, we're going to be taking a look at making an origami traditional lotus. Are you ready? Then, let's go. Alright, so let's begin with a square. I'm using a 6-inch sheet of origami paper, but I recommend something larger, especially on your first attempt. So, let's turn it over, white side up, and we'll fold in half on both diagonals. So we'll take this bottom point here, let's rotate the paper, and bring it up to the top point there. And then make sure everything is lined up carefully, then crease very, very sharply. That should be good. Now let's unfold, let's rotate, and we'll fold in half on the other diagonal. So take this bottom point here, and fold it up to the top, and crease. Now, let's unfold, and we'll take this bottom point here and fold it up to the middle point there, the intersection of the two creases we just made. Now, once that's lined up, let's crease it, and let's rotate 180 degrees, and we'll do the same thing here. We'll take this bottom point and fold it up to the center to meet that other point there. And once we have that, let's rotate, and we'll take this bottom point here and also fold it up to the center. And I think you can see where I'm going with that, so let's rotate, and we'll do the same thing with the last point here. We'll take the bottom point, fold it up to the center, and crease sharply. In origami, this is called a blintz fold, and if you did it correctly, you shouldn't be able to see any white at all. All you should be able to see is the color of your paper on both sides. So, let's take this bottom point here, and we'll also fold it into the center. And when you do this, do be careful that your flaps here don't slide out and cause havoc. And let's crease sharply. We're going to have to put a lot more effort into our creasing on this level because the paper gets a little bit thicker. Then let's rotate, and we'll do the same thing here. Take this bottom point, fold it up to the center, and crease sharply. Then let's rotate around, and we'll take this point here, fold it up to the center, and again, crease sharply. Then rotate, and do the same thing here. Take this bottom point, and fold it up to the center, and crease. And now, let's do that one more time. So, let's rotate the paper like so. Grab this bottom point here, and fold it up to the center, again, making sure that the flaps don't slide out on you. And we also want to make sure that our points here stay nice and sharp, that when you fold them, the paper doesn't slide out. Then let's rotate, and we'll take this point here, and again, fold it up to the center, and crease sharply, then rotate, and again, fold the point up to the center, and crease sharply. And rotate, and take this point here, and fold it up to the center, and crease sharply. I'm sure you've heard that one before. Now, let's turn over, and for something new, let's take this bottom point here, and fold it into the center. Hey, at least it's on the other side, right? So that's something new. And we'll rotate, and we'll do the same thing here. We'll take this point, fold it up to the center, and again, just do that on the other two sides. I mean, I don't think you need me to hold your hand through this, because I need it for folding. And let's take this bottom point here, and let's make sure our paper doesn't crumple up when we fold. Just smooth it out with a finger there. Then fold the point into the center, and crease. Now, let's rotate, and we'll do the same thing one more time. We'll take this point here, push in, and fold up to the center, and crease sharply. And this is again why you should use something larger than a 6-inch square, because if you do that, it's going to end up really, really tiny. Alright, now, what we're going to do is take this point here, and we're not going to fold it all the way into the center. We're just going to fold it in a little way. Now, how far is not really that important. I find it's just a taste. Just that far should be good. Then let's rotate, and we'll do the same thing on the other four sides. Now, you should try to make it match as much as possible, but that's not really that important. I mean, in the final result, it's not going to tell. No one's going to be able to tell as long as there's a small enough difference I don't know. Okay, so let's take this point here, fold it in, and once we're done, we should have something that looks like this. Now this part is going to be a little tricky. What we need to do is take this flap here, and we need to turn it inside out. So to do that, if you keep a hand on this point here, and just open up this flap, you should be able to turn it out without too much trouble. Now you do have to be careful, because the first time you fold this, you're probably going to rip your paper. And no matter how carefully you fold, even like me, you're going to end up with a rip anyway, like I did right here. Now this isn't that big of a deal because it will be covered up in the finished model, but just try to be careful. You don't want to make the rip too big. So we'll repeat that process 3 more times here around the edge. We're going to keep our thumb in that little flap there. Then we're going to reach in and turn this flap inside out. And just smooth it out, round it, whatever, make it look good. And once we have that, 2 more times. That's all I'm asking. 2 more times. Can we do it? Shoot, just rip the paper. No, we can't. Alright, so let's do that. And once more. So, let's take that, open it out, turn it inside out. Okay, so once we have that, what we're going to do is turn the next 4 flaps inside out. But this is a lot easier than the first 4, because all we have to do is turn the paper over and take these flaps here, just fold them out as far as they'll go and just push them inside out. And they're a lot less likely to rip than the other 4 flaps. So once we have that one done, we'll do the next 3 here. We'll just take that, push it, turn it inside out there. And we'll do the same thing here. Take this flap, push it, and turn it inside out. Just pull it up there, or down rather, since we're looking at it from the bottom. No, that would be up then. Okay, so we'll take this flap here, and we'll just pull that inside out. And there we go. Our 8 Lotus petals are complete. Now, to finish off the model, all we need to do is take these flaps here on the bottom and just fold them out as far as they'll go. You don't have to turn them inside out, just fold them outwards. So let's just fold that one out, and when you're done, you should have this white square on the bottom here. This will make it useful if you want to use this as, say, in place of a bow or a ribbon or something on a present, things like that. So, you could just apply glue here, stick it to wherever you want. Okay, and once we have that done, your Origami Lotus is finished. Hey guys, I am Sam, and I know personally, thank you for watching that last tutorial. If you enjoyed it, well, we got a subscribe button right here, and some other tutorials for you to check out right over here. Trust me, they're a blast. Or they would be if they were taught by anyone other than me. Anyway, I'm Sam, and I will see you next Tuesday.